Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our lecture in strategic management. In the previous lecture, we discussed the aspects of strategy formulation, and in this lecture, we explain the relevance of business vision. These steps of strategic management can be summarized in the next figure, which start with situational analysis of internal and external environment, then formulating the organization vision and the mission to develop the organizational purpose of the firm, and then we have to determine the organization goals and objectives, and then development of the organization plans. So if the organization need to develop specific plans, they need to start with general vision and mission. And to have a clear vision and mission, the organization need to analyze the environment internally and externally to set the objectives of the firm and then develop their detailed plans and strategies. So vision can be defined as mental image of a possible and desirable future state of the organization. And according to this definition, vision represents top management's goals and their objectives about the company direction and the focus. At the same time, it is clearly articulated vision shapes organizational identity and stimulates a manager in a positive way and prepares the company for these future goals. As you can see, that the vision will work as an image that serves as a guide or goal for the future. So the vision will answer what is our present, what is our core permanent ideology, what we stand for and why we exist, which remain unaffected by environmental change. At the same time, it answers what would be our future, imagined future. And this means that we answer what we aspire to become, to achieve, to create, and this actually need significant change and progress to be able to reach this future. If we review some definitions based on the box 2.1, so according to Johnson, vision is a clear picture of the future. Why? Because this vision will help the organization to achieve benefit for the people in the organization. At the same time, it is inspiring these people and motivating them to achieve the necessary goals. And according to Thornberry, vision is a picture or view of the future. So it is something imagined, and it is identifying how the organization will look like. So it is partially analytical and partially emotional. So we can say that the vision has two components, actually, or good vision has two components. Number one, it is a cognitive component which focus on outcomes, what we need to achieve in the future and how to achieve them. The second component is about affective component, which is motivation and inspiring of people in the organization to gain their commitment to the vision and the goal or the future goal. Here are some examples of vision statements. As we can see, such statements cannot be accurately measured, but they do provide a fundamental statement of an organization's values, aspirations, and goals. Let us take another example of Google vision and mission statements. So what are the characteristics of vision statements? Some see that there are four general features of visions that are likely to enhance organization performance. Possibility means the vision involves innovative potentials for dramatic organizational improvements and change. Desirability means that the vision is formulated based on the shared organization core norms and values, and that this will help to shape the way things should be done in the organization. Actionability means that people can see in the vision actions that they can take are relevant to them. And finally, articulations mean that the vision has a picture that is powerful enough to communicate clearly. This picture of where the organization is going in the future. Although it is abstract and the image, can organizations live without a vision? Actually, it is very important for organizations to have vision statements because there are many benefits for it. We can say that the lack of vision is associated with decline and the failure. A vision is important because the organization will enhance its performance, will achieve sustained organizational growth and the competitive advantage. It also will help the organization and the leaders to bridge the gap between the current situation and desired future, and they will be able to capitalize in opportunities of the organization and make a competitive advantage. Good mission statement will work as a basis for performance because all employees will have shared mental picture of the organization path, and this will guide them for high performance. Good statement also will reflect the core values, and they will build behavior based on these core values of the organization, and this is actually part of the organization culture. It will serve also as a way to communicate because all members of the organization will be gathered together and their performance will turn into actions to fulfill the desired future. It will serve as a desirable challenge because all the efforts of the organization will help to increase performance and also will maximize support for organization members for internal change. So it will prepare the organization for the future. Now, how to formulate our vision statement? We have three approaches: leader-dominated approach, priming approach, and the facilitation approach. The leader-dominated approach is based on centralization. When the chief executive officer will provide the strategic vision of the organization. This means that all other employees in the organization will not participate in the development of the vision statement. And this actually again is the philosophy of empowerment, which maintains that people across organizations should be involved in the processes and the decisions that affect them. The bomb priming approach means that the chief executive officer will have initiation about the visionary ideas and selects the people that will help in discussion and development of these ideas. The broad parameters set out by the chief executive officer, but other people will participate in the next step. The final approach, which is the facilitation approach, is based on cooperation between different people in the organization, and the chief executive officer actually work as a facilitator in the development of the vision statement. And this is a good approach because it is based on empowerment and better visions and more successful organizational change and the performance will happen as more people will participate and contribute in the development and will therefore be more willing to act in accordance with it. This means increasing the empowerment and increasing of the accountability and commitment of people in the organization. Actually, the previous approach did not answer us what are the main steps or what are the procedures of formulating the vision statement. As we see, there are different models in developing the vision, and we will focus on the strategic and core capabilities model. This model starts with generating scenarios of possible futures that the organization may face. Then do a competitive analysis of the industry, and you can do a competitive analysis of the industry by Porter 5 force model that focus on the competition factors. Then you can analyze the core capabilities of the company and its competitors. Finally, to develop the strategic vision aligned to the strategic options generated in the stage 1, 2, and 3. Finally, we can say that strategic management needs the organization to focus on the future. However, the future cannot precisely be described. So what do you as a leader or as a strategist need? Actually, what we need is foresight, and the foresight requires imagination of how events might unfold and the role of the firm might play in shaping the future to the firm's advantage by capitalizing on the opportunities. Now it is a time of assignment. Thank you. This is the end of our lecture. See you the next lecture.